ladies and gentlemen. I'm Joseph Novichkov, Senior Trading Manager with GDM. Today's outlook. Firstly, we're going to start with Japanese shares. However, they turned positive on Tuesday after damage from an earthquake appeared quite moderate, while of course most other Asian markets rallied as the dollar retreated from its recent highs. As we can see from the board, the Nikkei 225 benchmark climbed with 0.3% or about 56.9 points on the closing at about 18,162.92, extending Monday's gains. Chinese shares, mainland markets, of course, also finished higher, with the Shanghai Composite closing up about 31.4 points or almost a full percent at 3249.55, while the Shenzhen Composite added 18.9 points or about 0.88% to 2137.85. Shares in Japan, a brief glance back at it, also benefited from a weaker yen, which added 111.03 during the Asian trading after previously strengthening to an session high of 110.20. Against the dollar following the news of the earthquake, of course, the dollar held steady against the yen at 110.80 or just slightly changed at 0.02%. And this is, of course, after earlier losses. Stock markets in Europe started higher on Tuesday following record highs on Wall Street, and of course expectations that OPEC members will reach an agreement over an output cut. Right now we're looking at the Stoxx European 600 index. It's up about 0.56% or 1.9 points to the north, and this is of course, as we mentioned, on a green pattern. Now we're looking at the FTSE 100, 57 points to the north or 0.82% higher. DAX 30, 73.2 points or 0.7% higher. Also, looking at the euro, the shared currency held steady at 1.0640 versus the dollar, or about 0.13% to the north, and this is after Friday's lows of 1.0570, its lowest since December. British pound held on to its recent gains from Monday as the market processed Prime Minister Theresa May's recent hints on the possible shape of the Britain's economy and the exit from the European Union. May pledges to address Congress that Britain could fall off, as I quote, cliff edge into uncertainty trading conditions when it leaves the bloc. Sterling was also holding quite steady versus the dollar at 1.2477 or slightly down 0.2% after climbing 1.2% on Monday. Now it's down just 26 pips. Gold prices rose for a second day on Tuesday, of course supported by an easing US dollar and physical buying in Asian session. Gold was up just about 0.65% or about $7.7 higher in European trading, and of course in the previous session the metal rose 4.4%. Right now it's trading at 1217.53. Oil prices, as we mentioned earlier, rose to their highest level since October on Tuesday as markets priced in a potential output cut led by producer cartel OPEC, although a failure to agree a cut could lead to a ballooning supply overhang by the early months of 2017. For now, US West Texas Intermediate crude futures are up about 16 cents or 0.35 to the percent at 48.40 a barrel. That's all from the most important news of today. We'll, of course, are going to keep you up to date. I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.